And yes, we are live. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for, I can see a lot of people waiting already right in the comment section. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure and it's been amazing in this week. We have had awesome people this week sharing on my intentional parenting journey. Believe you me, there is no my intentional parenting this week you should have missed. If you missed any, then you need to go back. And I have seen Bethel not missed any. I see her in all the my intentional parenting journey. And even when she goes to catch replay, she will come back. Yes, I know Bethel. It's so good to have you here, Bethel. And it is so amazing. Bethel is a yada and a masterpiece woman. Masterpiece women, are you here? Drum roll. We don't joke, we don't play. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for joining us. It is a beautiful morning. So, yes, I know a bit about Bethel's journey, but I'm sure that Bethel has so many things that she's going to share with us. In fact, the first time I heard about her journey, I was like, okay, now somebody wants to just drive all of us up, and we are, some others share their journey. You are on your toes, literally. You are asking yourself, not be the same year as all of us come like this, though. As in, did she come differently and then we came differently? Even me, your coach, was asking the question. Welcome here again. And if you have not invited someone, please do that. Do that now. And send this to someone in your circle of influence. Yesterday, Catherine shared her journey and she said something that was very, very profound. She said, somebody saw me and sent a recording of what it is that I said in a church. God bless the soul of every person who actually sent these links out. And she said she listened to it. She cried all night. She didn't need a soothsayer to tell her that this is where I belong. And she said immediately she was able to, actually book a slot and then get it immediately. Mr. Titus Odom shared his own story. In fact, in that story, he said that somebody just sent me a random link and said, oh, have you listened to Coach Wendy? I'm inviting you to join the inner circle. And when I listen, I've listened to her one or two times on YouTube, and I found it very, very enlightening. And hey, here I am. Even though my children are all grown and teenagers, yes, I am still learning. I am still throttling. And see, it is not for the young or the old. It is for everybody. Yesterday, we received an amazing testimony from a Yada whose father is eventually joining the inner circle. You think it's only about you that is young. No. The father said, that's your academy where you are learning that thing. Please, when is the next session? I want to be there. This is a man who is almost 70. We have fathers who are in their 70s. Believe you me, these things are for everyone. And if you have not shared this link and you have not been here, please do that. And I want to say shout out to all the other fathers. You guys know that you're my people. You are in heaven with me. Anybody who is angry about it, you are angry for nothing. All of you are going to be in heaven with me, beside me, somewhere. Shout out to all of you. Some of the other fathers have been here from the beginning. I see them every day. They don't miss nothing. You see them. They are yadas in front. In fact, I can't see their wives. Sometimes I look at them, I'm like, these women are popping. I remember asking a yada, that would be Estelle. And I said to her, where have you been since your husband got into the yard? She said, Mom, at the back popping. That's where I am. That's where I've been. In the yard, but at the back, and the man is actually in front. Thank you again for joining me. Today, you have the Odogu of romance. Come on now. You have the Odogu of romance right in the studio. Bethel Omeife is a nurse, a practicing nurse, and she is also here. Bethel has actually done a lot when it comes to my intentional parenting journey, the things that you're going to hear for yourself. She's also the convener of the Empowered Couples Forum based in the United Kingdom. Bethel is here today. She didn't come with her colored hair. She's also the team lead in her cohort. Of course, her cohort members, I saw them this morning raving, oh, come out for our team lead. I was like, I beg you, we should calm down, Joe. All these cohort leads that do not want us to come and hear word. You're welcome here. Thank you so much, Marv, for doing this with us. Please, over to you. Tell us, how did you join the inner circle.
Thank you very much, my dearest coach. I call you Norma, you know. Thank you. And everybody joining us this morning, I want to say thank you for sparing your time and, of course, your resources to be here this morning.
Mm.
I also want to thank the TIP team. We see your handwork. We see everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to the Gov as well. Thank you. So I joined the Inner Circle in 2023 December through Masterpiece Mentorship Program. So I was part of the first cohort one. And at that point in my life, I knew I needed to move forward. I knew that I was kind of stuck somewhere. And somehow, I was checking on Facebook and I came across the advert. I decided to apply. It was a rigorous, you know, application. We wrote a lot of things, we did things, and then eventually, you've been taken in, you paid the money, and then it was 100,000. I looked, I said, yeah, I could pay. I paid. And at that same time, I was doing one family life system engineering course as well. I paid that one too. So that one was ending, and then we started the 90 days masterpiece mentorship program, the 90-day devotional, where we are taught to dare a lot of things. And we looked at over 90 women in the Bible as our examples, and coach did a lot of work with that. So during the masterpiece program, I'll constantly be hearing the inner circle. No, I knew the inner circle before then, but the reference to it was like I said, I have come to where I am supposed to be, and I will not let this thing go. So I paid for that year, 2023 December, and the first thing that struck me was the structure in the academy, the induction ceremony in December that year. My family, my children confess that that December, we did a lot of things. We did the 12 days of Christmas. We did so many things. You know, I have 4 children. One of them is, I've got 19, I've got 18, I've got 15, and I've got 11. So I always tell people I have 4 different people, 4 different generations in my home. So you see, I was able to do a lot with them that particular December. And then we started in January. All the books. I bought the books. I was reading voraciously, eating them, learning new things. I grew up in a kind of family that I wouldn't say that my parents were not bad, like all of us who would say. But I knew that the way they parented, I cannot parent my children that same way in this age and time.
Mm.
Yeah, it could have worked better for them at their time, but now the kind of children that God has given to me, the environment, the dynamics, everything is changing, and I need to be on top of my game. So we started the intentional parenting journey. Now the MMP gave me personally clarity, he gave me direction, he gave me perspective. It was through
Mm.
the masterpiece mentorship program that I would really say that I started my ministry of reaching out to couples. I'd started before then, doing things, but when I saw the structure, when I saw how things are done, when I saw a lot of things, in fact, the day coach asked me, say, Bethel, what's your program? I went back to think. I went back to tell you, have you got this? I said, okay, I manage. Coach, as a matter of fact, I'm booking a clarity section. I they come. So that was how I got into the Intentional Parenting Academy. And throughout
Mm.
2024, because I joined in 2023 December, you will wait. So if you're joining, we waited, we joined. 2024 again, I'm back here. And I want to thank God for this academy. I want to thank God. I am not where I used to be. I am a better person. I am becoming. Becoming is a word, is that
Yes.
adjective you will hear a lot in inner
Mm.
circle. And we've been told that
Mm.
until you become, your children cannot become. Until you become, your family cannot become. I want to thank God for
Mm.
Masterpiece Mentorship Program and the inner circle that I joined since 2023. A lot has happened to me, a lot has happened to my family, a lot has happened to my personal life, my career, and all that has to do with me. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much, Bethel Omeife. And Bethel is streaming live all the way from United Kingdom. She's a nurse and she is also the founder of Empowered Couples Forum based in the UK. We call her the Odogu of romance. You want to talk about romance and learn about romance? You have right here. My husband was saying something, this, let me say it in the public of Igwe Matter, like they say in my place. My mother was saying something yesterday night, about seduction. I was like, I know who to go and meet for this seduction class. Bethel, you should come and do seduction class for us. I had a good laugh as I was saying the thing. Alrighty, you're watching Bethel Omeife, and trust me, you want to listen to Bethel's journey. Have you shared this link with someone so that you will be helping somebody somewhere you never can tell? Bethel, tell us, in this past, this is your second year in the yard. And a lot of people ask questions. When I do 1 year, should I return next year? Is it about what is it? What is it? What in the yard keeps you?
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. Thank you, Ma. So, being in the inner circle, my first year was I was trying to get myself. I came in, of course, like most of us, we want to parent our children. And we say, okay, let me go and learn how to be a parent. But I came in and I started learning about myself. I started understanding myself, because not until you understand yourself, you cannot understand another person. Not to talk of the child, that precious gem that God has given to you to raise. And there's something that he said one day that stuck with me. He said, don't don't wish for the child that you didn't have. Parent that child that you
That
have
you have.
now, that God has
Mm,
given to you. And I tell my
mm,
children, I say, God knows, jokingly or sarcastically, I say, God knows that I could look after you. And that's why he sent you my way. And so
mm,
I will not fail. So
mm,
how has TIP impacted my life? My first year, I tried to get my fitting, try to get, where am I going? I tried to understand so many things. And I did a lot of things in my first year. I tried to follow. I remember the induction of, the December. You told us the kind of spirits to avoid in this
mm.
inner circle. You mentioned, I think, the spirit of Gehazi, which is that greedy spirit of
Yes.
comparison. You mentioned the spirit of you mentioned Gehazi, you mentioned Jonah, the
Mm,
spirits who maybe are afraid, unbelief. You mentioned Jonah. You mentioned the spirit of, I think you also mentioned, I'm trying to remember, you mentioned the spirit of Saul,
yes.
insecurity, that spirit that will make you feel like you are not enough or you are not confident, the spirit of control. You want to be
Mm,
everywhere, you want to just control everybody. You mentioned the
mm,
spirit of, I think you mentioned Jethrophas, who was very rebellious, pride, and unwillingness to learn. I said, yes, I have come. I must set aside all these things and take away and take on those other spirits that you mentioned, the spirit of Peter. He told
mm,
Jesus, he said, what do you want me to do? I will do. I will let down my nets. I will
mm,
do all these things. The spirit of Mary, he says, be it unto me according to your word. The spirit of Esther, the spirit who says, if I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to sacrifice this thing for my family. And if I die, I die. The spirit of, I
mm.
think you mentioned the widow also, who was very persistent in asking
Yes.
for a particular thing until she got it. So from
Mm,
there, I learned that, okay, in this my second year, I'm going to be doing a lot of things different. And that was when we created and I joined an accountability, group. Dr. Tim, Sandra Odukwe, Marachi, Osato, I think we're five. Then we also have another one in UK, Catherine in Rene. We have Catherine, we have my sister Kate, we have Blessing, all those of them, because they saw this, okay, Mama, let's do this. Let's see how we can encourage each other to grow. So that's what I did this year for myself, to be held accountable. And to the glory of God, I have showed up. I've showed up, I've shared my journey with them. I've done my own part. This year I have read more books than before. I've read all our books up to date, even till yesterday's book, Resolving Siblings Rivalry. I was able to read my book. I was able to look at every book of the month because I have them. So that has impacted me in a lot of things. Now, is it the Tuesday webinar that we want to talk about? I listen to those webinars and I make sure that nothing less than 5 times. As soon as I have a downtime at work, I have my earpiece and I put it and I listen, and the words keep coming. The one for this Tuesday, 13 skills you need to teach your children before they are 13. I've watched other ones before, but this one, I'm like, what? Gratitude, self-control, negotiation, friendship, all those things. Listen to those Tuesday, and then our Thursday, our exclusive webinar, that it is just us, only the inner caucus. Those webinars too have been life-changing for me. I listen to them, I implement, I listen to them, call my family, I call my husband. This is what we should do. This is what I'm learning. This is where, in fact, before I started, I told my family, I said, I have joined Parenting Academy. I want to learn how to be a better wife and a better mom to you people. So please help me. Call me to order. Let us grow together. I want to grow because I know when I grow, you people will grow. I tell my son, I said, when he comes home to tell me some things that are happening, I say, maybe they don't have a mother or a father that is talking to them. But you should be grateful. I'm here, you talk to me, and I talk to you. There should be difference between you and them. It's not everything that they are doing that you want to copy. So Inner Circle has taught me structure. It has helped me build my skills. It has taught me strategies. I have undertaken so many courses in this Inner Circle, the emotional intelligence course, the communication course, the resolving sibling. Okay, that one is coming up on October 6 to 9, resolving sibling. I've already registered. 2026, I'm seated in my court 1F. I am there, bang, bang, seated, ready to take my place. I've attended webinars, the courses that you have made available for us free, and the one that we've had to pay for. These courses have taught me intentionality. They have helped me to be consistent. They have also given me strength. They have helped me to relate with people. I know I'm not the only one going through whatever it is that I'm going through in my season of life. I have grown. I've had relationship, people have amazing sisters that I've built while I am in this Inner Circle. Now, it has impacted not almost all the aspects of my life, my parenting, my marriage, my ministry here in the UK. I was listening to, I've been listening to everybody. I've listened to the 18 so far. I've been there listening. And somebody who was in the UK was saying that, I think the lady from Scotland, Favor, she was talking about how it is that you parent here and all that. And coach, you are right. They even do parenting better here. And then we will come, we'll be like, those people, they don't know what they are doing. You do your own. And I saw that there were gaps that I needed to fill. And I stepped in. Just at work the other day, my colleague and I were talking, and he said he saw me pass by his house, and then he was asking. I said, oh, that's where my church is. And then I went to visit a friend, and I said, oh, did you see me? I was with my son. And he said, yeah, I don't mind him. I even told him to iron. He said, your son iron his shirt? And I said, why? He will iron his shirt. He will prepare himself for school. He's 11. He said, my son drags in the morning. He does this. He doesn't do this. And I said, oh, you need to set up this. When I finished, he said, I think I will send my son over to you. I said, bring your son, bring your daughter, bring yourself as well. Come and learn, because we have a place where we are learning. We have a place where we are drinking. Inner Circle has also taught me to be patient. At times, I just want to, as that African parent, growing up, seeing what your parent did as well, you just want to give it, I just want to scatter everything at once. Let us scatter this thing and repack it. No. In Inner Circle, there is no anyhowness. We learn to be patient. We learn to model what we want our children to be. My son will tell me, Mommy, why are you yelling? Why are you shouting? I'll be like, oh, I'm very sorry. I don't mean to raise my voice. This is how I feel, and I want you to go ahead and do this. Now we don't struggle about so many things. I just set reminder. I tell him, write what you're supposed to do and put the time and try and follow it, because I understand the kind of person that he is. Like I said, I have four different generation, four different human being in my house, including my husband too. That's also different. So I have five different people, different way of petting them, different way of talking, different way of doing so many things in my community here in UK. I have been able to take some of the lessons that I learned in the inner circle back home. People see me and say, Betty, how are you coping? I said, at times I'll first pretend as if I don't know what they are saying. How are you coping? I say, "Ah, yeah, I'm coping. This is what you do. That's what," and I've told everybody around me. Last year, I think 5 people came in. This year too, I've had almost 5 people coming in already. And I'm still on some people. Come and learn. Your child is small. Come and learn. Come and learn. Come and learn. I wish that I had smaller children, but I'm still grateful for the age, the level, the season of marriage that I am in presently. I cannot tell you how Inner Circle has helped me in my marriage. It's that helped me to honor my husband. It has helped me to understand his love language well, and to bring it up in things. When we are talking, the moment he raises his voice or I am raising my voice, I quickly let down. Oh, talk so that I will hear you. And that has made him to support me. I call him Undus Bobo. He supports me in so many things. Anything I bring, he will just, oh yeah, where are you going? We'll follow. Let's go. What do you want? Yesterday, I just came on the bed and I saw one CBD oil that we had gone to price it together. And I said, oh, you bought this thing for me? He said, yes. I said, yeah, open your mouth. Now you go use them first. So I just put some under his tongue and I used as well. And I told him, thank you. I was very happy. So the support, the joy, the peace that I've experienced in my home, I just want to give God thanks, and thank you too for showing us what is possible. He said, follow them, be a follower of them. There is the them. You are one of the them, ma. And we are following, we are learning, we are gleaning a lot from you, watching your life, see all that you do, see the things that you show us that are possible. Coach, this year, just this week, I finished my 3rd book. I look at her and say, Coach is a woman like me. And she has 2 words, nursing 2 children at the same time. It's not like our own that will give them 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's different. I've written 3 books, Coach, and I'm grateful. I am grateful to the Inner Circle. I'm grateful to the intentional parenting and journey. I'm grateful to my cohort 1D. Shout out to you. I'm leaving you people. I'm going to cohort 1F next year. I love you all. Thank you, ma.
Amazing, amazing. You're listening to Bethel Omeife. Bethel Omeife has a lot to say. And I'm just going to just put up these questions and just, let her say what she needs to say. Because see, there's so much to glean from her journey. Bethel, you talked about being able to actually put a lot of things together in the UK. You're a practicing nurse in the UK. You also run the system, the couples system in the UK. And you are a front yada. You are not just a yada at the back. You are a yada that is a yada. The yada, the yada, the yada. MNP women understand what I mean. Anyway, so of course, and you actually do these things. I've seen you show up seamlessly, do things. We were in the UK for TIP Summit last year. Bethel was one of the people that stayed with me all through. I'm like, this, you see Dr. Tem, you see yadas that are for busy. And I'm talking about busy medical practitioners. They've just chosen their heart. They've just been able to put their lives together. How have you been able to do that? I know that a lot of people are listening to you now wondering, she's a nurse in the UK. And she's even here popping with red lipstick and yellow glasses with a wig that we got. In fact, we are like, wow. Please, how are you popping? Help some of us who are wondering what's happening. How have you been able to do it? And also be present, parenting your children in all. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, my dearest Norma, my coach, coach for life, the mentor that mentored their
Yeah,
mentor,
and come
Papa.
on.
They never fail. Hey, coach, you told
Come
us that we show up and we show up big.
on.
One of the webinars that has helped me, I was there last year and then this year. Time and energy mastery.
Mm.
But before that, who am I parenting? Now, when we attended that who am I parenting webinar, we thought, oh, first of all, you are just going to go straight to you and your child, the sanguine, the this, the that. No, it was all about us first. You told us to look inward, to look into who we are. And you
Mm.
told us then that it is about discovering who you are and then
Mm.
discovering who these children are so that you can help them to achieve their purpose. So I
Mm.
looked at myself, I looked at what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are the unique things that I do.
Mm.
My strength, I know I could talk, I know I could bring people together. I'm a likable person. In my community, they call me Mama York, and I take it with all pride. My
Correct.
coach, we call you number one global parenting expert, not even Africa. You have left Africa. And as you are going, we are
Yes.
following you. As you are going, they follow you.
Mm.
So, time and energy mastery. I look at myself and what do I have to do today? My husband and I, we read a lot. At times, we read. Last thing we do in the night is to read. We will be reading. Maybe I'm dozing or I'm reading. It's just like that. Or we are listening. We're listening
Mm.
to some powerful
So,
podcasts, some things that today you will tell me I've not listened to any command. Yesterday was I've not listened. I say open command, they listen, they listen. I know it will be you from this. You know the same night. You don't sleep. I say, oh God, open command. Let us be commanded. So I looked at myself, what do I need to do? I write them down. For the 4 children that God has given to me, which stage is this person? 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 I'm able to manage all these things together, couple with my work. Now, I was
mm.
working in a place where, you go 3 days and you do long day, morning till night, 7, you close 8 p.m. I told myself, I said, no, 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 that's not me.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
not come into this UK to look for money and to lose myself. In fact, I'm not here to look for money. I'm here to create lasting impact. I am not looking for money. Money is looking for me. Coach,
Yes.
money is looking. You always say, you say you know how to make money. It's not through
Oh.
our maybe all these courses, or if you want to make money. So I tell people, I say, the milk and honey of this land, they are for me, and I shall do well. In my community, coach, I've been able to organize a lot of things, and people wonder how. I say, what do you mean how? You've got the time. You're just not allocating your time and resources well. You're just not
Mm.
giving it that energy
Mm.
that you need to be able to drive it. Now, through the inner circle, I was able to structure my corpus program. We have quarterly physical meeting, March, June. We had one last week, Sunday, September, and then December. Then every day we are in a WhatsApp community, also on the Facebook. I schedule my time, I schedule my posts. I learn about tools that can help me create time for myself and also create time for my family. Because here, you cannot say that you are not technologically savvy. You will be, because there's a lot of things is online that you need to find out and all that. And then inner circle gives you that patience. When you're looking for something, you are patient to find it. You are not ruffled. You are not
Mm.
fretting. You are not overwhelmed. Nothing overwhelms me. Oh, we are meeting by 4. Yes, okay, no problem. I show up early. I don't go to work late. In
Mm.
fact, the only time that I mixed my timing, when they called me under 15 minutes, I was at work. And I stood, I said, in my over 25 years of being a nurse, I have never gone to
Mm.
work late. I am sorry for coming to
Wow.
work at this time. Yet they still, okay, they now backdated or from dated the time, and I was supposed to resume 8. I got there 8:30. And then to close at 6, I close 6:30. I said, fine, I've made it up, but I've never gone late. I don't go late. It's not something that I plan myself. Coach, we watch you. We see you. We see how you show up. Is it the daily voice notes? I'm yet to see the person that will beat that. The daily voice note, except for this August that yesterday you were saying you went to practice rest as a skill. Yes, so except that every day you show up before 6, you show up with the right message, you show up with the right content, your voices are not tired. And at times I wonder, I say, did she record this thing like yesterday? No, I will see that it is that same that I'll be like, wow, this woman is amazing. She's showing up. Apart from my family, I organize community program in my community. I have Nigeria Day coming up in October, and I've invited the Lord Mayor of York. They are coming, all of them, with other people.
Correct.
Yes, they are all coming. We are impact makers everywhere that we meet ourselves, everywhere that we are. So the time and energy management has helped me. Who Am I Parenting webinar has also helped me to be able to put all of this thing together in my
Mm.
accountability group. I know sometimes I'm confessing, forgive me, my people. Sometimes I may not be there, but I try to encourage other people. Every day I post my connection tools, how I've been able to interpret it. Because when you have little children, the way you interpret the connection tools are different. When you have children of my age, the way you also interpret these connection tools are also different. How I've been able to do it, how I've been able to bring it home to my own self. Coach, let me stop there so that I don't.
Mm. Amazing. See how we are all rapt attention. I heard when Bethel said, I am not a money chaser. I
Mm-mm,
am an
at all.
impact maker. Ay,
Mm,
ay, ay, ay.
yeah.
I am an impact maker. I'm not a money chaser. We are not chasing money. We are making impact. Money will chase us. That's how it works. When you chase money, you lose yourself. You lose yourself literally. You chase impact. Money finds you. And like Better will say, like I'll tell masterpiece women, I know how to make money. Money is not the
Mm-hmm.
problem. Problem is that you haven't even decided who you want to become. And it is who you become that attracts. Your becoming is more important than your doing. What you're doing will impact you, yes. But what you become, who you become, is what attracts whatever it is that comes to you. So it is more in your becoming than it is in your doing. So it's not your doing will overwhelm you anytime, any day. It's your becoming that never
Yeah.
overwhelms you. When you become, you are in the process, you attract everything that you become. When you do, you are going to continue to strive to do because there is a version of you that is required for you to attract. And for you to attract, you need to build yourself to that version. You need to ask yourself, what is that version of me that I need that actually will attract? So the more you do, the more you will get overwhelmed. The more you become, the more you attract. So anytime people tell me I'm overwhelmed, I just say in my head, you just haven't got started. You need to get started first. The moment you do, you will not have an iota of I'm overwhelmed in your journey. Overwhelm is the function of lack of time management and is a function of lack of becoming. If you are not becoming, you will be overwhelmed. There is no how. There is no how you're moving and you will
Mm.
actually get discouraged. It is impossible. It is impossible. So, what Bethel has done is to actually create a version of her that have been able to withstand the pressure of where she is. I am sure that Bethel is busier now than she was many years ago. And yet, more comfortable now. In fact, I tell people I'm busier now than I have ever been in my life, but I've never been this settled in my life. Why? Because the version of me that is required for this time I have been able to grow into that version. So every time parents come to me and they say to me, "Oh, I don't know, it's my child," I say, "Mm-mm. The version of you your child needs has not been created. You need to create it first." And I was writing my book, one of my latest book, The Parenting Reset. And I said, if you get to a point where you have realized you have made mistakes in parenting, the parenting reset, what it does to you is to tell you, okay, that means there is who I need to become to actually reset this process. So it focuses on you. Ah, it focuses on you. That's it. Somebody say, MMP still have daily voice notes. You don't understand.
Ah,
MMP is another. Don't go there. Don't go there. All right. So thank you so much, Bethel. You are watching Bethel Omeife. And Bethel is sharing on my intentional parenting journey. She's a practicing nurse. You heard her. She said, in my 25 years of practice, I've never been late. I have chosen this version. And you will see her, she's present. She said she's organizing. I've seen some of the things she has organized. And, I'm like, okay, it's the same UK all of you are in. Bethel is not different. That is the same not practitioner. It's the same practice she's doing. It is not different either. But Bethel said, I have chosen to become. I have chosen to actually do impact so that I will attract whatever money I can attract. Don't go to a foreign land and get lost in the name of your chasing pounds. How much pounds can you chase? Meanwhile, when you become, you attract that thing that you are chasing seamlessly without having to think about it. It's only in the yard you learn this kind of thing. Thank you so much for being here, Bethel Omeife. And if you're listening to Bethel. Bethel, we're going to talk about, let's dig deeper into the webinars. So somebody sent me a chat yesterday and said to me, Coach, I don't have a child yet. I've been waiting for the past how many years? And eventually I'm pregnant on my way. He said, the things I've learned in the inner circle give me stability in the waiting years. He said, I don't care about who is practicing too. I care about me. And I love who I am right now. And I feel like I'm welcoming. She said, I feel like God wanted me to grow. I usually say that the first thing God wants you to do is to grow, not to parent. That's why Abraham had to do how many years of wait after the promise of Isaac? Because God knew that there is a version of Abraham that is needed to be there to become the father of many nations. So imagine that that's the mentality Abraham had. You look at Abraham, faithless, thinking, oh, maybe it's Ishmael. Hey, maybe we need to go and get. God needed him to clear all of that in those years. And God said, hey, man, your assignment is bigger than anybody on earth today. So you need to grow. And then Abraham started to grow. If you read the scriptures, you will see the level of growth, the things that happened to Abraham before Abraham had Isaac. Because God wanted something about him. Who you become is bigger than what you are doing. And that was what happened to Abraham. The moment Abraham became, he attracted everything. The Bible recorded that Abraham was rich in everything. He said, the Lord has blessed him in all things. Abraham had an army. An army, one man. One man. Why? Because he grew, he became. Better, tell us, what are the webinars in specific terms that you've been able to take into use to turn around your journey, whether it's your parenting, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your calling, whatever it is, whether it's friendship, even work, whatever part of your journey you want to share with us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma. So I would the first web, not in any particular order. I won't, there's no first, no second, no third. But I'll just mention them. And creating a sibling mentorship system. That webinar, because of the season of life that I am in, I took that webinar very, very seriously
Mm.
because I know how it was when we're growing up. I have a sister that I look forward to, but the others I don't, not really like that. But I thought from that webinar that if we could have a system where the other children are like mentors to others, that
Mm.
will even help the peace system in the house. It will even help the relationship of those children. It will also prevent or minimize to its barest minimum the siblings rivalry that we're talking about, conflicts and everything. They will happen. But because
Mm.
they are in a kind of relationship that is that mentoring, that mentorship system, they are able to stand strong and firm with each other. I tell my
Mm.
parents, I tell my children, you are not assistant mother, you are a
Mm.
mentor to each other,
Mm.
and you
Mm.
play with each other's strength. If you see that you are lacking in something and your sister or your brother knows that thing, go and learn. Because
Mm.
when you learn, it rub off on you. You are all better together. So
Mm.
creating a sibling mentorship system
Program.
in your home. Another
Mm.
one is how not to raise a foolish virgin. It's
I'm
this
sure the
webinar.
police
uh,
these names are
you
going to
know,
wonder what happens in the yard.
Coach, this webinar was for me. I started looking at
Mm.
myself. I said, wait, what is that extra?
Mm.
What are those things that if all of us we gather together, what's that thing that will set you apart? They were all
Mm.
virgin. They all had oil. They were all waiting for the bridegroom. They were all gathered
Mm.
in a place. What is that? I
Mm.
said, God, how not to raise a foolish virgin? I held it like this. And almost every time I'm listening, I am wise. I am a wise virgin. I am a wise
Mm.
woman. I know what to do
Mm.
part time. So that webinar speaks a lot to me,
Mm.
coach. It has also helped him not to be foolish at work. I
Mm.
know where doors are open and I walk
Mm.
into them.
Mm.
I come with wisdom. When I'm in a meeting, at times I may not talk, but if I just decide to open my mouth to talk, I bring this point, bring this point, bring this point, and I make a very valid point to them, and they're like, oh, exactly what we needed to do. And I said, God,
Mm.
thank you.
Mm.
So I am wise. I am showing that wisdom, even with my husband's relationship, with my family relationship back home. I am wise. I do not
Mm.
allow, I try as much as possible to remember your voice, remember the things that we have learned, and implement them and put them to work in every aspect of my life.
Mm.
Another webinar is Understanding the Seasons of Life by
Mm.
Coach Omolola Okeowo. She
Mm.
took this last year, then the one for this year, she came with bazooka. It's like, oh, she borrowed your bazooka to come. I
She didn't
saw,
pity herself.
no, I saw encouragement in that webinar. And at
Mm.
the same time, I saw a great charge for us.
Mm.
Start where you are. The season of life that you are, there is something that you can do. There
Yeah.
is something that you are called to do in that season of life, and you are not there by mistake. So I tell myself, this is my, yesterday I was still telling a young a yada. I didn't even know that she's a yada, but she told me yesterday. I said, oh, thank you. So she's in my community. Yeah, I said, good, good. See, how are you able to manage the media plan with your child? So I explained what I do. She has two boys that are grown, and then she has one that's under 1 year. And I said, so that's what you would do. He said, but it's very good when you have your partner with you. And when your partner is not there, I say it's gradually. It's gradually. Your spouse, your husband will come in gradually. But make sure
Mm.
that you are humbly sharing what you are learning in the inner circle, carrying the children. Let them even form their plan themselves. So that whether you're at
Mm.
home or you're not at home, they are able to carry on this plan. Another webinar is achieving more with your spouse.
Mm.
Any marriage, any marriage that the husband and the wife are in sync, they are achieving more, they will do a lot of things. Any marriage where communication and connection and communication, connection, and all the things that makes a beautiful marriage to work, any marriage that prioritizes this thing will definitely be blessed for it. So
mm,
achieving more with your spouse, you'll be able to talk, you'll be able to plan, you'll be able to set your goals, you'll be able to achieve your dreams. There will be less bickering, there will be less competition because you are there to complete each other, not to compete.
mm,
Coach Kunle Ologe did justice to that. In fact, I don't know whether it's one of my favorite, maybe because I'm in that same ministry, but it did justice to that webinar. Coach,
mm,
how not to raise a foolish virgin, understanding the season of your life, achieving more with your spouse, the induction too. I can still hear you when you came in. You say you are in the yard. These are the things that you do. You run your team ran us through, what to expect and all that, and then you came and you topped it off. It was one of the best things that I've had in recent times. Thank you, Coach
mm.
Ma. Thank you, Ma.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And there are a lot of things that happened. And I'm going to ask this question in direct, words. Has there been any challenge you have had? And what had helped you through that challenge has been a learning, a webinar, a book, whatever it is that you have been able to pick out. You can share any from any part, your marriage, your parenting, your work. You had the challenge. This is where I was. And this was how I was able to actually navigate it. Or maybe the challenge you even used to have even before you got into the yard and how you are able to navigate that. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. One of the challenge that I've had was communication. There is difference
Mm,
between eloquency and being able to be a public speaker and you are talking. And then there's difference between communicating with your children at home. You need to communicate in a language that they hear. Listening is also part of communication because while the other person is talking, you're trying to listen. So in the inner circle, I had that challenge and I learned when we read Resolving Siblings Rivalry Through Communication, or no, something Building Your Family Through Communication or something. I just saw the book recently. Yes,
communication.
Through Communication. That book. I'm like, oh, oh, oh. So now, at times, because I have 4 children, I may not
Mm,
communicate. Yes, that's it. That's it. Resolving family problem through communication. I may not communicate with everybody at the same time. I will read the room and I will say, okay, I think 2 of my children, they will hear now. I will pick them and I will talk to them. And another time it is me and one. Another time it is one, my husband and I. So those challenges are there. In my
mm,
ministry as the couples convener here, people are full of excuses. Coach, oh, excuses are tenable.
mm.
Those who make them, they are not wise.
At all.
They are not wise. They will give you
Mm,
excuse for this, excuse for that, and all that. And I said, okay, if I would rather turn these challenges into a moment of growth. I started
mm,
building myself. I started working with the people who are willing to work with. I started looking at people who are like, okay, I've got this energy. I can give it to this person. This person too can replicate the energy. We will spread that energy like that, and then others will join in as time goes on. So I do not allow, maybe when I don't see any response, if I post anything or I have an event coming up, at times you have an event coming up and it's like nobody is willing to attend. At the end of the day, everybody is coming. And you're like, why didn't you people talk? Why didn't you people plan? Why didn't you people? So giving me that patience, giving me that empathy, that compassion to say, oh, maybe it's the season of life that they are in,
mm,
opportunities. And I kept
mm,
communication. I kept communication. Before I would say that if I talk once, a word is enough for the wise. There's nothing like that in the yard. There is nothing like a word is enough for the wise.
so it's
Many
many
words,
words.
many words will be enough for the wise.
Yes, yes,
Repetition. Hey, I don't like
yes.
to repeat myself. Oh. Ah, I'll
Mm,
be like, no, I cannot be repeating. No, no, no. I started, thank you, Dr. Aishala. Excuses are cheap. Those that make them are not wise. And I tell people, excuses are the nails that you use to build the house of failure. So you find me, I will not give you excuse. I would rather say, let me try, let me see my schedule and fit you in. Of course, if it tallies with what I'm supposed to be doing at that time or where I
Yes.
am going, I'll do
Going.
all of it. Yes, where I'm going is very important. If it's not
That's
on
it.
my way to where I'm going, I would.
Mm,
The skill of no, coach, no. Before, fear of missing out. I'm like, I want to be everywhere. I think that that is how you make impact. No, now I have JOMO, joy of missing out. When I don't come, you are even the one that will be like, we didn't see you show up. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had one or two other things to do. I had an earlier schedule." Yeah,
mm,
because your own came late, or it
mm.
was not part of where I was going. So those
Going and that.
challenges of communication, challenges of repeating myself, challenges of rallying people around, and to the
Mm,
glory of God, coach. I know my community members are here this morning. I enjoy their support.
mm,
I enjoy when we are having either the inner program just for couples or the ones
mm,
that we're doing in the citywide. Like this year now, we're taking Nigeria Day to the heart of the city center. Before we do it in all, I took another step. I said, what does it take to host a program in the city center? And they say,
mm,
oh, just write, have your liability insurance, have your risk assessment. I did all of that, paid insurance, did everything. And they say,
mm,
okay, you have today. And the Lord Mayor is coming, people are coming. And I'm like, God, thank you. So, but
mm,
before I'll be, afraid. I may not be yeah, I may say it that I want to dare. But when it comes
mm,
to that actual going out to dare, it becomes like a challenge. Begin to think of so many things, so many
mm.
things. So the challenge of communication, challenge of repeating myself. I am now a repeater.
And on the
Please do
Boski.
in the Boski repeater, we will say it. Many words will make the wise wise. Not one word is enough
Yes.
for the wise. One word is not enough. You say it
Mm-mm.
till your
Yes.
children become, till you yourself. And as you're saying it, you're learning to say it
Mm,
patiently. You're learning the
mm,
tone. You're learning the right words to use. You are even reading the room. You're learning the right time to say that thing. Not because they are your children. You just feel that you can just say it anyhow.
mm,
You learn to also respect them. You treat them as that individual because you want them to also respect you and treat you as that individual. Thank you, coach. Let me stop here.
amazing, amazing, amazing. You're listening to Bethel Omeife. Bethel is an inner circle parent, and she is a masterpiece woman. Come on now. And she is a practicing nurse in the United Kingdom, and also she is the founder of Empowered Couples Forum based in the UK. And Bethel has shown us, in fact, Bethel had a lot of quotes. I told you that Yadas have insight. I said that excuses are cheap. Those that make them are not wise. Better say excuses are nails. You use them to build the house of failure. Ngwanu, come on now. This is how we roll. I love it. Like everybody busting out of the anointing. It's an anointing that replicates. It drips and it drips down. When she said, yes, you said that, oh, the wise, a word is enough for them. Why a word is not enough? Many words will make the wise wise. And that is what it is that we do. You keep repeating. Yeah, that's no now. I'm an interposky repeater. We repeat it until we become. That is how it is that we actually work. And then she said, and I have the joy of missing out. Jumo. Ngwano, still the word a lot. Who is with that our dictionary again? Madam Mobe, is that you? And where are they? Where are the cathedral heads? Why you go to that dictionary? And it's only Yadas that bring words like this. Most of some of the things that I say, it's actually Yadas that say there. You are authorized. That's the one I heard lately. You are authorized with a lot of trauma. I'm like, okay, what is that? I have heard Yadarically. You do things that I'm like, okay, only Yadas. Thank you again for being here. It's been an awesome, awesome time with you, and with listening to a lot of the things. Bethel said, I have gone to a place where I have now become that person who will do events and do it confidently. I'm called Mama York. And for the record, York City is actually, I think where she lives is actually full of very white people, right? And
Yeah.
Bethel said, you know what? I'm in the white dominated environment. No, I'm not going to be dominated. All of us live here now. So come on, can we move?
Mhm.
Can we all live and live together and become? And then she has started creating programs for the black families, started, putting her head out there. And, today she's creating a community where people really want to be. And she's saying that I didn't used to have this confidence to create this. So now I'm creating events. I'm like, come on, let's go there. It's our thing. It will happen. And when you before I just say it once, I say if you don't come, don't come. Hey, don't be there. We repeat it until you hear it. That's how we are made. Thank you again for joining me. Bethel, talk to us. Talk to us. How has the whole inner circle program affected your marriage in the place where you are right now and the season of your life?
Thank you very much, Coach. Uh, Inner circle has affected my marriage in the sense that most of the lessons we take there, most of our webinars and all that, they are teaching us to prioritize our marriage. I've never for one day heard coach say, go home and fight your husband, or go home and go and show them that you know a lot, or go home. No, it is all about humility. It is all about empathy. It is all about carrying each other along. I remember one day coach said, I am telling you, don't go home and go and tell your husband that, come on, I've learned a new thing now. No. So for me, having a husband who is already very, very supportive made it a lot better for me. He supports me in the ministry that I do. He knows I am in fact, he's on the bed listening. Coach, you know how you say we should be doing our things small now.
Let me, let,
I said today,
let me call that. Maybe if I call him, I heard you say I call him Ndu. I
Undus
didn't.
Bobo, Unduka Omeife is his name. Undus Bobo.
Now,
Ah,
wow, you think that's
my coach is calling you.
I think Rema. Those Bobo, people should catch Rema. The double
So,
of
coach,
romance is giving us Rema.
coach, it has made me to even tap from his strength,
Hmm.
his own strength, because at times we think that we know things, but the insights that he shares, I bring, oh, I'm planning to do this. He will just carry it and do. Like when I started my Water for Your Marriage, I do video and post it every Monday. He was the one that was initially editing the video, even providing some insight on some of the things to share. We started our YouTube channel when you said go and create a lasting legacy. And together we're doing things there. I said, Oga, come. You will talk. We will learn to talk together. All of us will grow together. So in my marriage, the children too, as looking at us, they are seeing how a good home is modeled. They are seeing how recently I told them, I said, this is our bill. This is what we earn. This is how we spend it. And so that you manage your expectation. When we go out, everybody knows what we are doing and all that. And I run them through. They are grown up. Like I said, my daughter is 19. My first daughter is 19. The next one is 18. And my son is 11. He's at the stage
Yeah.
where he's asking, he wants to buy this, buy that, buy that, buy that, buy that. And I carry him along. And he's showing more understanding now. The other day was telling me, mommy, you know my allowance. I give him £5 every month. My allowance is £40 now. So I will take £10 to buy a gift for my friend. I said, no, you have £5 every month and you should plan within your £5. And that £5, if you take out £2, you're thinking of how to bring, you know, increase, how to multiply that money. That is also from what we have learned from Coach Chukwemeka Onyenezi. From all these things, you put them together, they are all just interwoven. It gives me time to do the things that I say I want to do, the things that I love. Like I've told him, I said, I'm going to Birmingham. I'm going on Friday. We'll welcome Coach. I'll come back on Sunday. I will rest there.
Yes,
We'll say,
I'm going
yes,
to
so
be. I'm
I said,
going.
we welcome our coach powerfully this year. So I'm going and all that. So, coach, Inner Circle has helped me to hold my marriage together. I tell people whose marriages are going through one thing or the other, yes, they may have started having those cracks, back home.
Mm.
But this place will also, whatever you are, it will either make it worse or make it better. Now, if you've been worse before, if you decide to work on yourself, if both of you
Mm.
now say, okay, this is where we are, this is what we need to do to begin to move our marriage, our individual lives forward, and you begin to do those things, you will reap it. But when you come and you still, like going against some marriage laws, communication, you're not sharing your heart to heart, you're not having sex, you're not doing any of these things, you're scrolling yourself away on social media, you're doing so many things, your marriage will drift.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of partnership, and if you
Mm.
don't bring in that partnership to work in your own favor, it's
Mm.
gonna it's gonna lead to a lot of things that we hear and read in the
Mm.
news. They are real, they are happening. Yeah, I still heard of somebody yesterday that something
Mm.
happened, finances between them, simply
Mm.
because lack of communication. Because
Mm.
when you talk, you'll be able to tell your spouse, see what I'm thinking, see what I want to do. This person is asking me to bring money. And you can say, no, don't send now. Hold on a little bit, because you are communicating. It's up there.
Mm.
Coach, all those times that you say, write your appreciation note, write a love note to your children, put them in the lunchbox. I do them. I
Mm.
write to my husband constantly. And it too, he has also learned.
Mm.
All this we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to romance. No, you will learn. As soon
Oh,
as you get to work, I told you, I said, as
for
soon as you get to work, tell me I am at work. Me too, as soon as
mm.
I can hold the phone, God bless you, love. During the
Mm.
day, check on me. When you pick your phone, let me be the first person. Let my
Mm.
chat go to our chat, go to our
Mm.
our family. Coach, you taught us. When I pick my phone, I don't just go. Prrr. When I pick my phone, I go to 4 major places. Court 1D. I go to see
Mm.
what Mkpotu, where they there, they go on. I go and meet my people. I go to
Mm.
our family. I go to my husband. I go to my couple's platform. I keep the
Mm.
phone. Then later,
That's it.
I can now go back and go and see other things. That's also how to manage.
Mm.
And I just give people time to also like fail, to also come up, to also, so I don't get, if I call you, you don't answer, I'm happy. I just feel that, oh, there will still be more opportunity. I don't
Mm.
offense. Oh, coach, God bless you. God bless you. Your webinar yesterday,
Mm.
I have listened. I've been throughout work. I had my earpiece on listening. Offenses. It is not just the offender, the offendee.
Mm.
And offenses will come. Our work is to choose peace, is to choose forgiveness. You told us how you
Mm.
went with a gift, how you made amend. And I'm like, God, why won't this woman work? Why is she not the king maker herself? She is. Because she's doing all these things and she's showing us those things that are possible, those things that we can do. Some of us are raised in a family that is disjointed, is an understatement. I know people here, there are just 5 of them, and these 5 people don't see eye to eye. The day their
Mm.
parents came from Nigeria to do their 70th, it was, in fact, it was something else. Just
Mm.
5 of them. And some people, it's just 2 of them. That two, they are world apart. Why some people, they are 10, they are 8. They have learned all these things. Coach, thank you very much. Let me stop there.
Wow, 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 wow. The Odogu of romance had to actually give us some romance tips. If you didn't hear it, you're on your own. And I can see a Kemini saying she has been dragging on. Please leave Uncle Ray for me. Uncle Yere is my other father and he's doing well. I don't care what you are doing and what is happening to you. Ikemini, just go and kneel down and go and be and just go and be doing your own romance. Please, he's doing romance enough. Leave our Uncle Ray for me. Am I speaking your mind, God? Oh, they know what I'm talking about. Uncle Ray is our Uncle Ray. Please leave him alone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us here. And it's been an amazing, amazing time with Bethel Omeife. Bethel says she has children 19, 18, and 11. Those are, you get to that point. When people say, I have people, I have children who are at the older part of teenage years. I have children who are getting to 16 as we speak. And the truth of the matter is that I'm getting to enjoy parenting more now than I've ever enjoyed parenting. That's the truth. Because you have sown the seed. Bethel said, people that have young children, I'm always advising them, start now. Start now. Let us just go. Start now. Start now. Start now. And you know the truth. Even if you're starting, she said, I'm even starting now. My children are already older, but I'm still enjoying it. I have made a choice. It's a choice. You can make a choice that, I don't know whether it will work. I don't know whether it's not going to work and all of that. You will need to make a choice. And if you heard, let's talk about Birmingham. Yes, we are shutting down Birmingham this year. It's October 25th. We are not even joking. Yeah, we are not joking. Where's our flyer? We are not even joking in Birmingham this year. See, you will need, if you are in the UK, just shut it down. This the weekend of the weekend that will really change a lot for you. And I am looking forward to being in Birmingham this year. I am looking forward to being in that. Last year it was it will change your life. My own life even changed being in at the DIP UK summit. At any time that I'm in any of the summits, wherever it is, wherever location it is, my life changes literally. We're going to be in Uyo next weekend. And believe you me, we are looking forward to what is going to happen. People's life will be changed. And that will be, what? So if you're in the UK, please join us. It was yesterday that Catherine Eyada said there is an anointing to tap. I was like, come on now. You did not leave me. It shows that it's not me. I don't have, according to my father in the Lord, in the Lord, Bishop Oyedepo, he said, if you touch me, no virtue leaves me. It's not me. It's Jesus that is doing it. I have nothing in it. All right. And of course, you will see the details in the comment for you to also register for the TIP Summit UK. We have to put it there. Odogu of Romance is at the forefront. Dr. Yemisi, Dr. Tem, Debbie Eko, Dr. Nem. And to say that all of these guys are extremely busy. When people talk about busy, I can't come to the inner circle. I don't really have time. I'm very busy. I laugh. I don't think you are busier than any other. Trust me when I say it. And being busy is just a language of those who manage their time properly. I don't have time. We're all busy. We're all going to be busy until we die. Until we die. And you will need to choose at this time, what is it? Cordelia is even here. Cordelia said, I'm coming with my consistency for my consistency matter. I can't even laugh. All right. So you have Bethel Omeife. Bethel is here sharing with us on my intentional parenting journey. I know people have been asking me, how do you join the TIP UK Yadas? How do you need to join the yard before you join the TIP UK Yadas? How do you want to fly over the TIP and then join? Is that how it works? There's nothing like join TIP UK, and that you need to join the yard, and then you now get in, like you said. So this has been an insightful journey, and those Bobo, we are here rooting for you, sir. They have even turned you to the room. We're rooting for you, Oga. We're learning from your wife. Your wife has told us how it's done, and we cannot even take that away. Talk to us, Peter. You have read quite a number of books in the inner circle, and you're one of those book who chew books. I chew books. I can't. You are like Masterpiece Women said when I was doing. We were starting Masterpiece Cohort 5. I said these are the books you're supposed to read in the 90 days. Somebody said, you have met coach now. You will read book. I cannot mentor you and you're not reading. It's not possible. Reading book is at your forefront. So share with us. What are the books that have made the most impact with you? Don't answer me like this person, Catherine, answered me yesterday. She said all the books. Answer 3 thumbs up. Thank you.
Okay, coach, all the books, all, because they address different things in parenting. And like you have said, that the manual for our parenting is delivered through a teaching priest, which is you. So all the books, so you take each aspect and you bless us with them. But for me, it's hard to pick, but I will look at Parenting Advantage, because it just speaks to me. helping me to discover myself, helping me to be an advantage that when I go,
Writing advantage is not in the curriculum, but they take it all in. Go
ah,
ahead. Here you
coach,
guys.
for us is there, all of them, all join. Yes, I've got mine here too. Where's
Uh-uh.
mine? Come on, ready, ready. So raising the girl with sense. I have three
That.
daughters and one boy. Raising
Mm,
the girl with sense. At times, I see how they behave, and I just say, God, I have work to do. I have work to
mm,
do. I don't say,
mm,
what sort of rubbish is that? Where did you
mm,
learn that? Where are you coming from?
mm,
I have work to
mm,
do. In this
mm,
aspect, I have work to do. Coach, my daughter last week, no, before they vacated, she came and she was like, oh, I want to, they've asked us to apply to be prefect in our school and things like that. I said, okay, so which one do you want to do? She mentioned three. Those three, like you always say, there are things that I knew that she was more than those three, like just taking year 7 people around, helping in the library. I said, okay, you like those ones. What about the head girl? Say, mommy, now, mommy, I'm going to do it. And I said, okay. So last week she told me, mommy, they invited me for an interview. I said, yeah, let's prepare. You know, you are the girl with sense. You know, you are this one.
correct.
So I did some interview, you know, preview with her. We practiced the day before, early morning before that school as well. Before school, we practiced. She told me, I didn't put words into her mouth. I just guided her. I looked at, I say, what are the things that you can do? What are the things that are your strength? What are the things? So if
Mm,
they ask you, these are the things that you are bringing forward. You are weaving them to how you were able to learn. I told her, I say, even use me as an example when you get to the interview panel. Use me. Use yourself. Use us in this house. Use how you have been able to show some leadership skills at home
mm,
because they, yeah, they link everything. She does volunteering. She's somebody I will call the wind wired child.
mm.
Coach, that webinar too. Yeah, I think it's in Who Am I Parenting? You told us five types of
Yes.
children. I was
Yes.
coming to that webinar to see a sanguine, choleric. All of us we have our expectation now. We're coming from somewhere. So when we
Mm,
come, we just drop all the baggage and say, oh, this is different. What manner of wisdom is this? So long and short, she came and said, oh, mommy, guess what? I said, what? He said, okay, so there's no head boy. I said, okay, I'm hearing that for the first time, but we have 3 head students. So she said, so the organogram in the school now is the 3 head students, the other prefect, that's the other prefect, and then the student council, and then the general
mm,
student. He said, I am
mm.
one of the three. I said, as far as I'm concerned, I've been calling you incoming since. You are the head girl as far as I'm concerned. So go
Eh,
there and rule. I told her already, I said,
love
we have things that I'll be checking every Friday with you and teaching you, helping you to gain more
Mm,
skills, to know when you go to school. I said, tell them you have a project in school. You will
mm,
donate money to that school. You will help them
mm.
generate fund, and they will, by the time you are leaving, they'll say,
I
Kenechi
love it.
Omeife, we have
Come on
never seen
now.
this guy. I told her. So I'm raising the
Now.
girl with sense. So when I see the things that, coach, I teach them to cook. My son can cook. He can do it. I told they started school. I said, Oga, oh yeah, you are doing 3 times or 2 times. You will cook for yourself, cook for your sister, you make breakfast, you serve other people. You are not different from them. That's the second
Mm,
book. The third one is raising the boy you don't need to bail out. Coach, me and my
mm,
son, we are dragging ourselves. Oh. We are dragging. I say dragging. You have ancestor, Ayo. They don't drag
mm.
her. You don't, they okay. We
You'll be
go
all
drag
right.
you. We will be all right. Nothing go do you. Oh yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah. We are doing that. Yelling to come. I'm still with that one. Raising the independent thinking child.
What
Coach,
is it? You've called all the books now.
let me
This year
stop
that
here. Let me stop here, man.
just give them one rope. They'll just keep running. But did you hear better, right? You know, when I wrote the parenting advantage, it did something to me. It made me realize that, I was telling someone, I was teaching someone, I said, don't mount expectations, don't give your children expectations. That's wrong teaching. You see that teaching? Your children you don't need to expect anything. They will just become, they will just become, they don't need to expect, you don't need to expect anything. Just allow them. Stay. Expectation is a core on your parenting. The problem is that we expect wrongly. The problem is that we come back and we tell our children, why didn't you do this? I expected more from you. Or why you did not do well. You did not do well is whose name? Who said that? What is that? What is you do not do well? There's no expectation, there's no benchmark. How can I do what it is that you're expecting? So I teach that you rail out your expectations. I told my children, we are very expectant. Oh, our parenting is full of expectations. But the thing is, I realized that in my own parenting, how I was raised, my dad had expectations, but delivered it wrongly. And then he impacted some people positively, impacted just one of us, not so the way it should have. But the four of us got it. Now, that's the difference. What did I find? Expectation without building on it is what crushes a child. Look at the way Bethel pulled her daughter. You want to be lower? No, you're more than that. And I will support you. I will teach you what it takes to actually get to the top. That's what it is. And she came back as a head girl. I told my children, I said, you aim for the toppest of the top. I don't know how, and I'm going to show you how to get there. It is a formula. There is a way. It's not this thing. You see this raising the girl with sense. You put it in front of you, any girl will have sense. And I'm not mincing words. Have sense. In fact, my son said to me, wow, mommy, you wrote this book because of your face so that she can have sense. I said, wow. Nah, I need to raise a girl that has sense. And that's why I wrote it, so that she can have sense. There is a way. So you cannot wake up and say to yourself, my children are not doing well. I expect them to have started cooking by 10. What is the expectation? How do you fuel that expectation? So don't tell me you're expecting nothing. Don't tell me that your children can wake up and become anything. What does that mean? That's not what God did. That's not what God called you to do. No. There's an expectation. The Bible said that the end, there's an expectation. And that the end, it will speak. It will speak. The vision is for an appointed time. At the end, it shall speak. Even God has expectations of you. Even God. The Bible says that it is when you are going through the journey. He said that your end is of good, not of evil. To see you at the expected end. There is an expected end. There is an expected end. There is an expected end. So you actually will read and you will find. I don't write anyhow books, so please, I'm not bragging, but please take it as a brag if you want. But the books that I write, they're inspired from heaven. I was writing the book, Raising the Social Genius, just recently, trying to round it off. All right, Raising the Social Genius, and I was, putting out a lot of things, and I was, I just slept, positioning your children to thrive where certificates can't speak. And I slept, and I saw that book, and I saw the impact. You can't read those books and remain the same with implementation. It is how Bethel was able to break it down, and use it. And she could have kept quiet. Another could have come and say, hey, I expect you to be a leader. I expect you to be a leader is what? There has to be a clear expectation. I don't expect you to just be a leader. I expect you to be at a certain place. And I reel it out, and I come with my support. I show up. I show up for you. So that when you stand, they know that a king has raised you. That's how it works. They know that a king has raised you. And when I say it all the time, we have primed our children to head. The preferred choices of them in secondary school from JSS1 is at the top. That's the preferred choices. It's not about getting it or not getting it. It's about the preparation that happens in your process. So even if that girl didn't become head girl, that girl had learned a lesson that will stay with her for life. for life, for life. See, we dey work, we dey show. It's not brag.
Mm.
They work. Show. You're watching Bethel Omeife, and she is sharing on my intentional parenting journey. Bethel, some people are looking at you now, watching you. I can even see someone saying, "Is it too late? How do I make it? How do I start?" And all of that. Yes, you can make a deposit of 10,000 naira, and then you can now come and do all the. But Bethel, I want you to speak to the people who are listening to you, who are wondering, where do I start? Should I start? Should I register? Is it relevant? I live abroad. It can. I saw somebody saying, "Where have I been?" Yes, you've been here and you're listening to us, right? What are the things that you're going to tell to this person who is listening to us, who has just started listening maybe for the first time, and who is just starting to do their journey and all of that? What are the things, right? What are the things that you would need to tell them? And some people are, I can see comments asking for books. You can get, all the books. The links are already shared, or you can follow us on Books by Wendy Ologi on Instagram, and you will get. All right. And so, Bethel, please, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. Okay, so me joining the inner circle was because I got to a point in my life that I knew that the way I was parented, I cannot parent my children like that.
Hmm.
Even if you think that, oh, your parents have done a lot of good work, they have modeled that parenting to you, fine, it has worked in that time. This time is different, and acquiring knowledge that is practicable, knowledge
Hmm.
that is relatable, is
Hmm.
something that you need now.
Hmm.
We say it, the Bible says the labor of the foolish wearieth all,
Wait,
because he
every
doesn't know how to go the way.
city.
Our
Yep.
coach says that a lot.
Yes.
So if you want to learn about yourself, learn about how to parent yourself. Some of us are reparenting ourselves,
Hmm.
healing from childhood trauma. We do a lot of courses. You will see yourself. Inner circle is a mirror that you will look at yourself. Who am I becoming? This child,
Hmm.
you see your child beyond that, your offspring. You see it beyond a product of you and your husband meeting. You see it as a gem that God has given to you to
Hmm.
make a purpose out of them. So we don't raise children. You don't just raise children and say, okay, because you're just raising children. You raise them for purpose. So you begin to see
Yes.
your children differently. You begin to see them with the eyes that God used to see them.
Hmm.
So you need to join the inner circle for yourself, for your family, for your future, for your
Hmm.
children. It's important. If coach, I know coach is still going to ask me. If she asks me one word, I will say inner circle is empowering. Empowering
Hmm.
is from that word power.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like when the apostle gathered, when they were giving that instruction, all of you gather in one place. The Holy Spirit will come upon you like a dove, and he will come upon you with that power. That is how inner circle is. It empowers you, gives you that practical tools, the strategies on how to go about the way. Remember, we
Hmm.
said the reason the foolish is wearying everybody is because he doesn't know how to go the way. If you know how
Yeah.
to go the way, you become wise. You leave that
Hmm.
foolish lane to another lane. It will
Hmm.
give you confidence. You will know what to do. It's another thing to be a present parent, but are you available with content? Coach, the way you said
Hmm.
that, the day you said that one, say, which one be this one again? You are there. Do you have content? Abi, you just be
Hmm.
saying, I'm here now, I'm always in the house. What do you have content? Do you know what to be doing with your child part time?
Hmm.
It starts
Hmm.
with knowing what to be doing with yourself. Aimless
Hmm.
scrolling, aimless party, aimless time wastages, things, you eliminate them. Inner circle will give you clarity. You will know what you are doing. You know where you are going. It will
Hmm.
provide a supportive community for you. I have amazing sisters. Amaka Virtue, Nathania, Amina Ismail. I can't mention all of you. You have been so amazing. They have sent me a message this morning. They say, hey, now our person today. I'm like, I beg you, you people. Go and sit down. And we just the community, our social prefect in court 1D, everybody. You have a supportive community. You have people who are on your journey, people whom you can call back to, people whom you can relate with, people whom you can be vulnerable to. See where I
mm,
am. What can I
mm,
do? The person will tell you, okay, come, and all that. Well, right now, I'm building a community of TIP people in York. We have about
mm.
10 people in
Correct.
York that you know. I know that there are
Correct.
some people that are still like Nicodemus. They did not let me know. Like yesterday, I didn't know that they were there. I was so happy. I was
Mm,
leaping for joy. I said, oh yeah, I know that if I'm talking, I can say, yada, yada, you know how they do now. Yeah, let's go and things like that because of that supportive community. And then it gives you a sustainable growth, a growth
mm,
that you are the one being in the driver. Coach does not sit in Abuja and dictating. No, she's not a dictator. She's not operating any autocratic academy. No, it's a growth that you can touch and you
mm,
can bring it home to yourself and say, okay, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. It opens your eyes to a lot of
mm,
things. You become self-aware. You become environmentally aware, culturally aware, everywhere. Please come into the TIP. Start where you are now. My brother
mm,
is here. He joined last year. He's married, but they don't have children yet. I said, yeah, stay there, stand there,
mm,
be learning, be joining.
mm,
I've reminded him, go and register. Go and register and stay here and be learning. My siblings, two of three of four of us are here in this inner circle.
mm,
We will
mm,
move. Please do all you can. Borrow. Go and borrow the jar of oil. Go and borrow. God will fill it up for you and come and join the
mm,
inner circle. The intentional parenting academy is the place you need right now at this
mm,
point of your life. Everything
mm,
about you will change. Everything will change.
mm.
Thank you, ma.
Amazing, amazing. Go and borrow, and the Lord will fill that jar of oil. When that woman, it's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. When that I love Bible stories a lot. I love the way the Bible excites me. When that woman came, he told the prophet, he said, I don't have. The prophet literally said, you have nothing. If you do not have anything, you cannot own anything. He said, go and borrow. Go and borrow because there is no container to accumulate what I'm about to do. Go and borrow because you will be there. And may we not get to the time where we need to borrow and we can't even. Because
Mm.
the foolish virgins were told to, they wanted to borrow, they couldn't. A time will come, even when you want to borrow, you won't find who to borrow from. The Bible says, buy the truth and sell it not.
Tell it
A
not.
time will come where people have bought the truth and they will sell to you. A time will come. So buy it now that you can. Buy it now that they come. The truth is not for sale. Buy it now for yourself. It's for yourself. It's for yourself. It's for yourself. So that we don't get to a time where the bridegroom will shut the door and we will not be able to enter because we didn't buy, we couldn't borrow. When you have the opportunity to, please do. When it comes to parenting, a time will come, even if you buy, it will not do the work. Even if you borrow, it will not do the work. It will be too late for you to borrow. It will be too late for you to even buy because the bridegroom has shut the door on you. Thank you so much for joining me. Damola said, if I don't join in Azteco, what is my gain? Because it's sounding like even I have been transformed just being here, not just for my children. This is what I need at this time of my life. Damola Day, we look forward to having you right in the yard. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Bethel. It's been an awesome time with you. And I know that it's a whole run. Bethel is a busy mom. We are all busy. We are not all of us. It's only busy people that can sustain being in the inner circle. If you
Yes,
are
ma.
not busy, are not.
Mm.
And that's why when you come, we deliver you from being daughters of Abraham and daughters.
Mm.
Your daughter has woken up this morning. We deliver you. You find something to do because the Bible says, whatsoever your hand find dead to do, you find your whatsoever. No, we don't raise people who are foolish. No, we don't. We don't raise foolish people. We raise people who are busy doing impact and walking through the journey of life. Those are the people that we raise. Thank you again, Bethel Omeife, for being here. Bethel is a practicing nurse in the UK. Bethel is the founder of Empower Couple in the UK. And Bethel has done so much just running her journey. It's been so palpable listening to her this morning. It's been so, so amazing. Bethel, what will be your last words as we let you go to go and continue your busy life?
Oh, Coach, thank you very much, ma. My last word will be that if you don't run with your goals, they will die. Have you got
Mm,
any goal for your life? You need to
mm,
run with them. Now, it doesn't
mm,
matter what level of life, what level of what stage you are in at this point. What matters is that you are hearing this and it has come to you as a reminder. Nothing happens to you by chance. It has come to you as a
mm,
reminder, and it's
mm,
important for you to take the next step. And what is that step? Register for inner circle, the intentional parenting. Parenting can be learned.
yes.
People have said, I say, who can teach me? Parents, Oga don't go do tea, come on. See my cup of tea. Oh, I give you the odogu yourself. Parenting, parenting can be learned. Come and learn
Mm,
how to parent. Come and learn how to be better in your business. It is in this TIP. Come and learn how to grow. It is in this TIP. Come and learn how to manage relationship. It is in this TIP. In fact, 3 of my friends, they've joined MMP because one
mm,
of them was my colleague. She was like, Apitel, I've seen changes. I said, come, it is
mm,
MMP. Blessing Amadi. I said, it is MMP. Another one, Catherine Irene. It is MMP. Go and join.
mm.
She was asking me, he said, what will I gain? I said, my sister, there's no, if I explain and finish, I
Not
never learn.
transformational.
Eh. Go. Go. You will even dash me money. You will come and tell me,
Mm,
Bethel, thank you. And every day, both of them have been saying, Bethel, thank you for showing us the way. I say, yes, because you are close to me. I will show you where I'm drinking from. I will show you the way. You get in, and they are doing amazing in their own community. You can't fire
mm,
them. Wondering, say, people are saying I don't overtake. Oh, I will not allow you
mm,
people. You
mm, mm,
moving.
mm,
Please join the Intentional Parenting Academy. Your life,
mm,
it will be one of your best decisions. My friend just joined again. I said it will be one of your best decisions in 2025. It will be. Please join. Join the Intentional Parenting Academy. Thank you. Mike, let me drink the tea that they brought.
Please bring the tea. Let me let you go and drink the tea, my dear sister. Thank you so much, Bethel Omeife.
Thank
And
you,
please,
man.
to your amazing, amazing husband, shout out to you, sir. Please, that tea was needed. You are awesome. We salute
We
you,
are
sir.
waiting for him in the inner circle.
Yes, he's
Coach,
toddling in.
yes,
He's
he's
already a
coming.
younger father like this now that he brought tea. He's like, what are you
Okay,
talking about?
okay,
He's
okay.
talking about salute you, sir. Well, if you see the comment section, your name is inside, sir. We salute you. Thank you again, Bethel, for being here. It's
Thank
been
you,
an
ma.
amazing, amazing time. We will let you go enjoy your tea. And of course, I can see that those boy is on the bed. Odogu of romance. We salute. We hail. Thank you so much
Thank you, ma.
for being here. It's been an amazing, amazing time. We just watched Bethel Omeife. Bethel Omeife is the practicing nurse in the UK and the founder of the Empowered Couples UK. And she is here. She's been here giving us back to back. And hey, all the things that she has said, she showed us romance in clear terms. If you are not married, please go and marry quickly. And if your husband is not romantic, please get him in the inner circle. We raise romantic men. Trust me when I say so. Thank you so much for being here. It's been an amazing, amazing time. If you have not joined the yard, you are on your own. There was something that I saw in the comment section by Professor Chris this weekend. Shout out to you, sir. Always here, always been here, consistent in the last almost 4 years. It's been amazing. All right, you guys are the bomb. And he said something. He said, you are not all knowing. And that's the truth, even me. How do you, it's even arrogant to say to yourself that you know what to do. It's an arrogant statement. It's arrogant to say, see, I know everything I need to do in parenting. Like how? From where? Even me, I cannot speak like that. If you do, there are teachings that I have done in 5 years. None of them have been false, but all of them have evolved. And if you've been a yada, you know what I'm talking about. All of them have evolved. Every single one of them. If I had written the parenting advantage 5 years ago, it wouldn't have been like this. No, it wouldn't have been like this at all. If I had written raising the girl with sense 5 years ago, I won't have this content. I cannot have this content. I read the raising the girl with sense and I was wondering, did you write this? No, it's not me. This must have been scribbled by God himself. Like, come on now. If you are not here, and like I said, the jar of oil that the woman borrowed, there was a time frame to borrow. If Elijah had left that place and she didn't borrow those containers, there wouldn't have been any miracle. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have ever happened because there was a time. There was a time. All right, we are here every 8 a.m. Somebody's asking. We are here every 8 a.m. and it streams at 8 a.m. on our YouTube channel. You can always join us and you can catch replay of what it is that we've been doing. All right. And, Bethel have shared our journey so profoundly, implementing the things that she's learning. Yes, did I tell you that another set of my books are getting ready? Our 6-in-1 book, The Parenting Reset, how to start over even when you've gotten it wrong. Parenting lessons from the Bible. No, I'm not going to tell you the story of Eli and Esther. No, of course you know. If it's about having the gift of teaching, God has actually given it to me, and I'm conscious of it. And you will learn what you haven't learned from the Bible, from that book. And then we're also having raising the social genius, positioning your children to thrive, where certificates can speak. Yeah. And then we have raising the lifelong learner, discovering how your child learns best and how you can position them to actually become better. And then the camp parent framework, a proven system to stop yelling and also stay in control. And I'm going to bring you the 6-in-1. We're going to be having the 6-in-1 flash sale only on the 6th of October. It means that on that day, you will get up to 8% off of the books only in 2 hours of that day. Get ready for the 6th of October. Put it in your calendar, because once it's gone and it's gone for life. You can't read any of my books and you will remain the same. It's impossible. It changes you. It drives you. And if there's nothing that you actually got, if there's nothing that you got, you are always part of your miracle story. There is no miracle that can happen without you being a part of it. And I'm going to end with the story of the man by the pool of Bethesda. The inner circle parents know that story a lot. That man was there for 38 years. The Bible said that man was seated there and had nobody. He said when he was asked, Jesus came with a miracle and said to him, will you be made whole? He said, I have no man. What was the correlation between being made whole and the response that he gave? I have no man. And Jesus said, you have no man. Started telling stories. How he was trampled. People will not put him in. Complaints. Excuses are cheap. Those that make them are not wise. He was an unwise man. And Jesus said, even though you are crippled, you are not able to walk, it is your responsibility to stand up, pick your bed, and go. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. Your miracle story is you. You need to decide today that I want to become something bigger than who I am currently, to become that version of the parent that my child will be needing. That's an important aspect of your life. You heard Bethel. She said, my child was going to go for a lower expectation. Most of us ended up in the lower places because we had nobody who could actually take us up. I was reading a scripture yesterday. Yeah. And I found out that Esther had to go and ask a question. How do I position myself for the king? Go and read the Bible. And the Bible said there was a man called Hagar, something. And the man told him, this is what you do. Forget catwalk, forget everything. This is what you are going to do. There's an oil you will rub for 1 year. Hey, there is always what to do. Esther was not favored by the king by nothing. There was what she did. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? How are you willing to grow? It is one thing for you to just say, oh, I can just do this thing. And no, 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 no. There is more to life than what it is that you're doing currently. Currently. And that's how most of us ended up expecting lower than where we should have been, just because there was nobody who mentored us through life. And even though we had people that mentored us, they didn't know enough. You're a product of who raised you, how you were raised, where you were raised, what the person who raised you know. What do you know? Will you be an advantage to your child, or you will be a disadvantage to your child? Some of our parents became a disadvantage to us, whether we want like to hear it or not. Some parents became an advantage to their children. Which one will you be? Joining the inner circle positions you to become an advantage to your child. I remember Pastor Kelechi Chibus was sharing that her 20-something-year-old son now comes and says on WhatsApp, my dad is the wisest person I've known. He said, Coach, this in the last 2 years, I've become so wise. I'm now the wisest person. Come on. Even being pastoring for so many years, didn't check that until he assessed the wisdom that there is in parenting. For only 220,000, you get to register for a whole year. You can book a slot now. Make sure that you pay your money before 1st of December. A slot is 10,000 naira, and you will be able to complete before, well, of course, before the 28th. But it is easier for you to get onboarded now. Our app is ready. Somebody was asking me, how do you go about this? We have an app. Our app is ready in the next few weeks. It's going to be downloadable on Apple Store and also on Android. Our app is apping. We don't do small things. We are the Harvard of parenting, right? And you will see everything going. So it's not a WhatsApp group. We're not running a WhatsApp group. We are building a community of parents who understand what it means to be the remnant in this time. So register now. If you are coming in as a couple, you pay 200,000 naira instead of you paying 250,000 naira. At the end of this month, you're not going to get this amount again. You're going to be paying 150 for a single slot and 250 for couple slot. Even if you pay 1,000,000 naira, you can't really pay for inner circle. We're not programming just for you. We're programming for the kings. It's only the kings that can actually pay you the word. It's only God that can pay you the word of impact. Impact is not priced. The words can be paid for. So no, you're not paying for it. How do you pay for a whole year of voice note on a daily basis? How do you pay for 52 webinars? How do you pay for the accountability? How do you pay for the people you meet in your life in the inner circle? How do you want to pay it? You can't pay it. It's impossible to pay. All right. So you're just paying what to make you pay attention. That's what we're telling you to pay. Pay so that you can pay attention. And that was what that widow that Elijah said to her. Say, go and borrow. When you borrow, you pay attention. When you actually find something you're giving, you pay attention to it. And that was what happened to that woman. So a single slot is 120,000 for the whole year. For the whole year. And somebody said, when I join inner circle, will I have access to these other courses? The courses in the inner circle are not public. You can never, it's not advertised. So you have never seen it before. It's not these courses we're advertising. This one we're advertising is a joke compared to what happens in the inner circle. Yesterday we had a webinar, and I do not think, it's not even me that spoke at that webinar. Take that glory. How? That's what the inner circle is about. That's what the inner circle does to you. It's different. It's not like any parenting academy you've joined. And I'm sure that you testify to it. All of us cannot be mad. All of us cannot be saying the same thing and saying it's right. But the time we're shouting now, join, no, join. But a time will come when you will not be able to buy nor borrow. The foolish virgins went out to buy, and when they bought and came back, the bridegroom has shut the door and they were not able to get in. May we not be late. May it not be the late time. As you're hearing it now, whatever you need to do, buy, borrow. Borrow when you can. A time will come, even borrowing can't cut it, because people won't even want to give you. Thank you again for being here. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you again for joining us every morning. We're going to be live again on Monday at 10 a.m. Where we're going to have another Yada coming up to come and share in the yard. All right. And so it is Monday at 8 a.m. every 8 a.m. WAT time. It's supposed to be an hour 30 minutes max. I've taken a little bit more of your time. Forgive us and please be there. So you pay 120,000 for your singles complete. All right. So Tayo Elizabeth is going to be coming on Monday. All right. I don't know who was coming. I was going to confirm from the team. So you pay 200,000 for couples club, which this is your discounted, fee right now. If you can book a slot and then pay your complete fee at the end of the month. This is where we end it today. We see you again on Monday, and it's amazing having you all at the cathedral. Cathedral team, please shut the door so that we can all go and continue our day. Thank you, Yadas, and see you all in the yard.
Common phrases in the inner circle. Let's go.
You're coming for an inner circle webinar and you're not with your yellow blanket with red trimmings. Is that even a joke?
Oh, I'm running and I'm not looking back because 10,000 lions are chasing me.
I have watched all the webinars, but today, Coach came with a bazooka.
Even with my humility agbada, I still collected.
If you're not in the ark, you better enter now because flood na bia o.
In the inner circle, we dey walk and they show.
CIP police is coming for you. There is no need harness here.
You definitely cannot relate because you are not in the yard.
If you are not in the yard,
why not?